So the one that I've really been using now is because all my events were canceled for the spring and I had a ton of stock. So I have been using Amy Maven. If you're not already using Amy Maven, you totally need to, because it's amazing. Okay. And then I love these forms. Okay. So let me just show you what my customers see when I send them this form. This is it. This is the order form they get. They can see this on their phone. They can see this on their computer, whatever they want to see this on, right? Now, keep in mind, these are specials I'm offering to get rid of some of my stock. This is all done privately. I'm private messaging them. Kayla, I turned around to look at my son because I thought my son had walked in the room because I saw him behind you. And I was like, oh, my son's in here. No, that was your son. Goodness gosh. I'm a mess, y'all. See, anybody can do this. Okay, so they're getting this. I'm not posting this publicly, right? Because these are specials. Now, you can post these forms publicly if you do not put specials in there. Like, you can just have a generic order form and leave off prices or things like that, or just whatever. You can make this a million different ways and send this however you want. And I'm going to talk to you about a few of those things. Okay, so here we go. I just have a little, it describes it here. I put a little personal picture. I like to put in some personal pictures here so that it just kind of reminds them of my face. I try to put my face on as much as I can, not because I like to look at my face, but because I want them to remember me. We met in person typically at an event or a party or at somewhere. And when they see my face, they'll be like, oh yeah, I remember that person, right? And so it just helps. To me, it's kind of a part of my branding. You hear that a lot. I never really fully grasped what that meant, but I really feel like a lot of that is just in who I am personally. So that's what I kind of look as my branding. So I want them to see my face and my family as much as possible, because that's kind of what I do. So in this case, again, these are just personal specials I'm offering. So I wanted to do some mystery bags to just get rid of some of my stock I had. I actually need to go in and edit this because this doesn't tell them. Oh, no, wait, that's fine. That's fine. Down here is where it is. So then I even did, so that was just mystery bags. I can include anything I wanted in there. This is not the part I'm really going to focus on, right? This is just my personal, what I did. If you want to see this and copy it or do whatever, you can. Shout out to Krista. She's not on here, but she totally showed me how to make 2 different pages so it didn't just keep scrolling forever, because I feel like if this is too long and they have to scroll a while, they're not going to want to do that. Okay. And again, I can send you this. I can copy this link. If you want to mock any of this, you certainly can. I mock a lot of my stuff. And in fact, Krista mocked mine and tweaked it better. And I took some of her ideas because I like what she did. So then we were able to make another page, and you can make lots of pages. I only have 2 pages on this one, but this is where I have, and I'll send you that link afterwards. So, but thank you for sending me that message to remind me. So then I made the second page, their information, name, email, shipping address, phone number. And I made all of these required because I want that information, because I put everything in the workstation and I put everything in Amy. And then I'm always just throwing this out here. Hey, does anybody want to, get free Scentsy, that kind of stuff? They know somebody, all that stuff. And then again, just branding here. I didn't put a family one in here. A lot of times I'll put a family one or put me and James, one or the other, whatever they're familiar with and know about you. That's what you would want to put here. Okay. Don't be afraid of your face. I know we can be our biggest critiques, right? But that first picture I did there, that was seriously, this is in quarantine, right? This was not, were you able to record? Yes, I believe it's recording, Blair. I don't know for a fact, but I think, okay. Kayla's given thumbs up, so she must be able to see that it is recording. So yes, and we're going to admit whoever that is to the group so they can join us as well. So someone else is trying to join also. Okay, so, I could have muted individually. Ooh, I'm learning all kinds of stuff about Zoom right now. This is great. Okay, so that gives you an idea of what I got here. Oh, that was you, Jennifer. Okay, I see. Great. Okay, here's another form I made. I'm doing these. This is kind of, I wanted a document to send out for referrals, basically something quick and short that they can send. And for me personally, I'm just trying to move stock. I got a ton of stock. So in this case, I was trying to keep it a little simpler. So I just made a simple mystery bag. And then, hey, would you also like to refer? Would you also like to refer our Scentsy mystery bags and earn your mystery bag for free? Yes or no, right? So this is just a document I'm actually testing out right now, kind of a host without hosting is my idea here. And so I'm actually about to, it was on my checklist for tonight, but I don't think I'm going to get to it. I'm going to start reaching out to everybody who's ordered my mystery bags and my stuff. You know, I've had over 20 people take advantage of these, and I'm just going to say, hey, would you mind referring people? And I'm going to have them use this link. And on the second page, it shows who referred you. And that way I can gift that person something for referring me. Okay, so let's get to the details of it. How in the world do we go about doing this? Okay, so if you're on this screen, Jennifer, did you ever get a Gmail account set up for you? You're muted.
Yes.
Do what?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, so then click on, if you're on this screen, click on New and go to, let's see, I never remember. Oh, here we go. Go down to More. Thanks for bearing with me. I'm not perfect by any means. Go down to More, go down to Google Forms. Okay, and then we're going to start. I usually actually start from a template. I don't even know what a blank form would look like. And honestly, once you make them, you can copy it and tweak it. So that's actually what I've been doing. Instead of remaking these forms, I've been copying it and tweaking it. So let's just do from a template and just know that in a minute I may change it. But okay, so does your screen look the same? Are you guys on this? Does it look like this? Does it say order form here? Contact information, do you have these? You know what? Let's just do blank. Let's see what happens. Sky's the limit. Okay, perfect. Let's just do this. Okay, go to blank. Do blank. Okay, so on this screen, you got, has everybody got a blank form up that's doing it with me? I think Kayla and Jennifer, you're both doing it, right? Gloria and Blair, it's okay if you're just watching, no big deal. Okay, so on this, you see this little customized theme here. And how do I need to move? Okay, there we go. So you can see I can choose my image here. And you can pick one of these, but this is where I like to get creative, okay? So you can upload what I did on these other ones. You can see this one is actually a really bad image. I just threw up super last minute. This one I created on Canva. Just, I'm pretty sure it was Canva, and just use, you know, different images of Scentsy stuff, okay? So just create some sort of image there, okay? And see, this is where I just kind of threw something together. I'm just gonna pick whatever right now. Let's say I wanted to show off the new diffusers. So I click my image and it shows me here, right? I can only pick this little amount. So see how it's kind of distorting. That's why it's not going to look great, but that's okay. I'm just going to pick something. You would maybe pick a better image, but I don't want to focus on those details right now. Okay, so that's showing. Now see, it popped up here at the top. And then I can also pick a theme color. And you can add a color. So you're like, oh, I don't like any of those colors. I want purple. I personally not a big purple fan. I know I'm wearing it today, but that's because Scentsy's obsessed with purple, right? And then look, you can even change your background here. See, lots of prettiness you can make, and it customizes it. So whatever color you pick, you know, let's say you pick green, it makes your background colors different shades of that. So do you see how it's changing? You know, it's changing right here, and then it's changing back here. Okay, and then you can pick your font. Keep in mind you want it to be readable. So like I would probably never pick decorative because that's just too fancy and harder to read. I would probably stick with basic. I like playful, but my husband claims that's hard to read, so I've been sticking with basic for him. Okay, then you can X out of theme options. Okay, at any time, if you want to see what this is going to look like when it's sent out, you can press this little I to get your preview. Okay, right now it's a very boring form, and you just X out of that. Over here, I don't think I do anything hardly with this. Like, you don't want to limit your responses, but remind me in a minute if I don't show you. You can get this to notify you when people fill out your form, which is key, because if people fill out your form and you don't know and you forget to go check, then you're going to have orders sitting there that you're going to forget about. And that's happened to me before. So you want to be notified. Okay, so let's get down to the questions. Okay, so let's say you want to make this Scentsy mystery bags, right? And you want to say whatever here. Let's have fun while stuck at home, or don't live in a stinky house right now, or whatever, right? And you don't have to put anything there if you don't want to put anything there. Okay, then question 1, you can delete this box if you want, and over here you see all your options. So you can add a question, you can import questions. I've never done that. You can add another title. That's going to be looking just like this. See, it's just like that. You don't want 2 titles probably. You could just add an image here. So let's say this is where I wanted to, these are really old pictures. Sure, insert that. Let's say I'm just wanting to be like, hey, it's me, right? So there you go. Right now, what does that look like? Yeah, so then it just has my picture there. Terrible picture because it's cutting us off. I don't know what's going on there. But anyways, you could add a video. Let's say you created a little, I haven't tried this, I keep wanting to, but let's say you create a little YouTube video or something, or just a little video. I guess it wouldn't be YouTube. I don't know. Oh yeah, see, ooh, awesome blossom. I'm totally gonna use this. Let's say you create a little video that just explains, you know, keep your video short because people aren't gonna watch it. But I think people have even been using these Google Forms as almost like a party style. You could almost use this like a Facebook party. And so let's say I wanted to create a video of me. I don't think you can see me on my other screen, but I have my display behind me. Let's say I make a 5-minute video explaining the products, or a 15-minute video even, because I'm considering it as a party, right? I could insert that in right there, and they could watch my video first. Like, all right, watch your party. Like, I mean, there's so many options here, y'all. Okay, then this button here is the one I hadn't noticed before. This add section at the bottom, that's where you get to the second page. So if you're wanting to break it apart, now I wouldn't break it up here because look how boring that would be. And then all of a sudden next, but you could make it just where you don't have to scroll much on here. You know, just a little bit, maybe just do a couple things on here and then go to the next page. Because I've seen some people even do this as each section, and you can even, I think you can, I haven't done this yet. I think you can title it something different, maybe not. I've seen people do like each section is a different product. So it'd be like warmers, diffusers, oils, because it'd be like a whole party if you made this like a party, right? And then they would just click on each one. And I think the person I saw, I thought labeled them, maybe that only works if you've got more than one section. It's not letting me type there, so must not be. Anyways, and anything you do, you're like, oh man, I didn't mean to do that. You can delete it, right? So right here, I can delete section, right? If I'm not ready for this section yet, I can delete this section. Okay, so let's go back up here. We want to press this plus sign. That's the thing you're going to use the most, that plus sign. And then look, oh my gosh, I didn't want that above my image. I wanted it below my image. So right here, I can actually move it down, right? Okay, then you can pick over here, click on that where it says multiple choice, and you can decide how you want it to be. So if it's fill in their name, you want short answer. If it's tell me about your whole life story, if you're maybe you're making a team thing you want to send out to new recruits or something, you could add a paragraph there. Tell me why you decided to join Scentsy. Why are you doing this? You know, something like that. For orders, I would click check boxes, not multiple choice, because I accidentally had a multiple choice and one of my customers said, hey, I can't click 2 boxes. I can only click 1. That was because it was multiple choice. If you do check boxes, they can choose as many options as they want. So which mystery bag is best for you. The $150 mystery bag? I mean, come on. You know, and you can do whatever here. Like this is, you can add in all the options you want here. And then you know what's cool? You can even come over here and click on image and add an image. So let's say this was, what do I have? Let's just, do I have any images? This could be scary. Let's see, Google Drive. Oh. Okay, let's just say I had a diffuser. You know, you could put in actual images. Let's say you had, this was your diffuser page. You could come in. Now, this would be a lot of work if you did it for every product. I wouldn't recommend doing it for every product unless you just got a little time on your hand and you're really wanting to make this basically your whole website. I would just leave it up like, you know, but anyways, you could come in and add in every single image. And so let's say this was an enlivened diffuser. I just sold one of those a minute ago. You could click the image here and add the enlivened diffuser. Or let's just say you see, what I usually do is blanket, right? Diffuser, and then I'm going to text them and say, hey, which diffuser, you know? And so then you could just put a picture up here of all the diffuser options, or even just a group of the diffusers. And the workstation's amazing with images, right, y'all? Like, if you don't know, come to Workstation, and then you can go to marketing. Okay. And all these images, right? Like you can scroll through and pick, you know, let's say you were going to do the Frozen 2 collection, right? You could add this image into your form right here, right? So I use the Workstation images because they're top notch and that's what they're meant for, right? They look crisp and clean and pretty, or take your own, either one. Okay, that's what I would recommend. So then, and here you can even have a picture for the whole section. Like I did that mystery bag picture. See, that was for that whole section. That was up here that I clicked this button and that gave me the picture for that. Okay, so then, does that make sense? Is it making sense, y'all, what I'm saying? So you can add images, then they can choose multiple things. Then you can add another section. Maybe this is just the mystery bag section, but you also wanted the Cinderella. See how in here, was it in this one? No, it was in this one. So in this one, I wanted to do this big chunk they can pick, right? And then, you're so welcome, Gloria. I'm going to have it recorded and I'll post it later, okay? So you can watch it later. Then so see, I had different sections. I had section for my like group free stuff. I had a section for my mystery bags. And then I personally added this section of like bars specific, if they just wanted a bag of bars. And then, which is kind of what inspired that picture in the first place. Because in the first place, I was just going to do bag of bars because nobody wants to be sitting on a bunch of bars, right? And that's what was happening. So this is a great time to do this right now when we've got all this stuff going on. And then I added a Cinderella section. Gosh, y'all, I'm telling you, look, let me just show you. Where's my, I thought I had order form section. Am I missing it? Okay, I don't know where it is, but usually I have an order form section. Usually I have all my order forms, and I've made this for like, it's really worrying me now because I hope I didn't delete it. Either way, let me see if I can show you some of my other ones. There, it's showing it right there. So weird. Okay, so look, here's a blanket. This is a blanket order form. So when I'm doing parties, a lot of times I'll send them here. And the reason I do that instead of sending them to my website is because I want to combine and save, right? So you can see here, I made an order form. It just has their name, phone number, information, who invited them. And then look, this is what I was telling you about. So I just made it generic, Scentsy warmer, and I put all the warmers. wax and oils and pods, diffuser, body products, cleaning. And I put all the categories. And then I said, list actual product names here. I will help bundle and save for the best deals. So then and this was the long answer, so they could do paragraph, right? And then sometimes they don't know what, they just say, I don't know. And then that's okay, because I'm going to reach out to them, right? Thanks, we'll be in touch soon, right? And so this is just a quick little way. And the reason I send this twofold. One, I want to make sure I get all this information because I added into Workstation and I added into my Amy. And then I also want to help them combine and save so they get the best deal. So, and I want to make sure it goes in the right party. I always want it in an open party, right? And so to get it in an open party, sometimes they don't click on the right thing. They don't do the right thing. So that's one of my order forms. Look, way back, now this is all messed up because I started playing with it again, because I reuse these and change them around. You remember way back we had the Mickey and Minnie Mouse buddy clips, right? I made a pre-order for that, and they could go and pre-order it here. And then I also, said, you need anything else in there? And then look, see, it was a Disney thing, and my family went to Disney because of Scentsy, right? So I added in a picture there to just combine, right? Okay, so we've only got 10 minutes. My thingy has told me. Nightmare Before Christmas, same thing. I had my pre-order form there, and I just filled it all out. Okay, so back to our blanket one. So when you're looking at this, look, I spelled mystery wrong. Oops. On this, look at the bottom here. See where it says required? If you don't click that, it's not going to require them. So if you don't click that for, say, email and phone number and address and name, you might get somebody turn in a form and don't have their name on it. They don't have their name on it, right? And that's not good. You want their name on it. So make sure to click on required. I, for the most part, click almost everything is required. Unless I'm just putting in, if you're going to put in a lot of stuff, don't worry about that. Like here, I don't require anything on mystery grab bag because I've got all these other options. So in reality, somebody can complete this form and not fill out anything to actually buy. But I require them right here to answer the, would you like to also refer people? Anything that's really important to me, right? If they don't fill out the order form, no worries. I'm going to text them and say, what did you want to order? Because it's not on your form. No worries. But if I don't have their name, phone number, email, address, and then if I don't ask them these important questions, like, would you also like to refer people to me? So I make sure that is for sure included on their required. And then, okay, so before I forget, when you come to responses here, click on responses. This is where you can say accepting responses or not accepting. Obviously, you want to make sure you're accepting. Okay, and then click on the 3 dots there. And this is where it's key. Get email notifications for new responses. That's what you want to have clicked, or when you get responses, you're not gonna have it there. So then let me show you. Look, this one has a lot of responses. So it shows me there's a summary page. Now, to me, the summary page this would be great if you were, let's say, sending it out to your team and you're like, hey, what do you want help in? Which area, that kind of thing. Then, oh, good. Look, the majority of the people wanted the orange dot, or whatever. But this doesn't really, for your customers, this page is basically pointless. Other than, I guess it does show your names there. Oh, yeah, you can get all that. Okay. So, but individual is the key here, because then you can scroll down and you can see, let me actually go to one of the more recent ones, because I've changed up this form. So then that kind of gets funky if you change it up. So usually I'll make a copy and then change it, because otherwise the responses won't make sense. Okay, so this person didn't click anything. Who is this? Okay, maybe I should pick a different one. I was trying to show you one where they clicked stuff. Oh, maybe this was my Cinderella one. Okay, yeah, so see, this person wanted Cinderella and she wanted the happily ever after bar, right? And then I'm not going to show you on from there, but that had her personal information, right? And so then I had her name, phone number, and email. I could reach out to her. She had accidentally forgot she didn't click my special here, which is what she wanted to order it with. And so I was able to communicate all that, because no matter what, this isn't going to eliminate you communicating with the customer, right? Like, this is just going to get you their information. So then you don't have to say, okay, what's your name? Okay, what's your phone number? Okay, what's your email? Okay, what's your address? It's all on the one form. And then you just go from there. Okay, so was that too fast? Do you have questions? Kayla, was that pretty clear and helpful, you think? Anything you'd add, or any other questions or things you could think of that someone might ask? You want me to unmute you?
Yeah, I did. Sorry.
Yeah.
No, I'm just trying. Okay, so I created a Google Doc like a long time ago, but it was under a different Gmail. Is there a way to move it? Do you know, from one Gmail to the other?
I know that over here, these dots, when I click them, hold on, I can't see just the people there. I can add collaborators. Maybe do that.
Okay.
Now I know, so I didn't go over this, but you click send here, right? And this is where you can email it, or you can send a link. This is what I use the most, is the link, and I shorten the link, and you can send it. I wonder.
So that's how you do it for parties then? Sending the link through like Facebook or whatever?
Yes, what I actually do is I've changed it as my message template in Amy, so that it just automatically is in there. And so I have, like, right now it's saying, hey, so-and-so, several of my events got canceled, so how about some specials? And here's my link. And I have a link of specials. And they're
Awesome.
just clicking on the link and going from there. And I mean, literally, like, I'm trying to earn annual sales right now, you know, and so I'm needing about $180 a day, and I'm getting that.
Awesome.
It really just from sending these things out. But as far, I would try that add collaborators. I know that I tried to send one to somebody at one point. I know there's a way to, at least, I know there is, because people have shared like these forms that I have.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, there's my order forms. It was behind the people. That's why I couldn't see it. You guys were probably staring. It was like right there. It was over here. See it over here. That's funny. Yeah, but these are, I mean, people shared these with me. So I know the way to do it. Probably just want to Google that or YouTube it or something. Sorry, I'm not more helpful there, because I know, I wonder if it's under. No, I was just there and I clicked it again. Yeah, I don't know. I know that I have shared it before, and things have been shared to me, and I've been, now it wasn't a Google form, so maybe that's the difference. I don't know. It was other Google documents that I was able to share.
I think I got it.
Figured out?
Yeah, because I used that collaborator or whatever, and then I added their email, and then I changed that email to the owner of it. So now it's.
Oh, perfect. How did you change the owner? Does that show up after you add collaborators?
Yeah, after I added my new email, and then I just changed, there's this pencil that showed up on the right there, and
gotcha. Okay.
Let me change it. So
perfect. All right, well, we only have 2 minutes left. So anything else you can think of, Kayla, that would be helpful to add in here?
No, I never knew how to add pictures and stuff like that, so that's really nice to know.
Yeah, it's just that little image box next to all of them, or you can even, again, just do an image by itself.
Right.
I always like to look at the preview to see how is this going to look for people, because I'm like, that's either too full, or, you know, not full enough, or it looks silly, or whatever. Like, this doesn't have a title on it, and I feel like you can kind of tell that, so it's almost a little weird here. I'm sure there's a way to fix that, but
thank you.
You're welcome. Oh, you delete? Delete, do the whole thing. Oh, delete does the whole thing. Oh well. All right. Well, I hope that was helpful. Thank you guys for joining me kind of last minute. And I'm gonna figure out how to I can stop the share now. And then let's see on the screen. Oh, there's recording. So now I can